When we talk about pricing, you essentially talk about three different things. You're essentially talking about discrimination, about price discrimination, and a couple of those we do really well. So the first degree is really about every time a new customer comes, you give a new price. That would mean you would only do rate changes day in, day out, 24/7, 365 days a year, most probably by minute, depending how big your property is. So not so good in any of the industries, but that's more of a technology thing. Second thing is second degree and third degree of pricing. So charging a different price for different quantities and charging a different price to different consumer groups. We do that pretty well in the industry. I'm pretty sure all of you agree, when it comes to group pricing, you give group a different price than your traditional one that you have on your website. Same with some of your corporate contracts or wholesale contracts will have different degrees, possibly of discounts or value propositions for the customer, because they support you for the entire year. And then thirdly, market segmentation. We all do market segmentation. We can argue until we're blue in the face how we segment our market, but essentially each of us has some kind of segmentation, and based on that segmentation we do price our rooms differently. Two different customer sets. One thing we have to realize though is that over the last 10 years we have evolved. You're having an iPhone, right? 8 years ago you didn't have. You had a dumb phone. You had most probably a Motorola or you had a Nokia. People have evolved. Technology has evolved and the distribution landscape has evolved. The way you book and experience the world right now is different to what you've done before. And so has pricing, so has everything that we're dealing with on a daily basis. So now you're talking to customers who are savvy, informed, opinionated. Possibly in the future they will be interfaced in some form or another. This is what you're dealing with today.
When you say interface, how do you define interface?
There is already second skin applications that you can put over your hand, and then possibly you just go this and then go bing and the door opens. Right? People put already implants into themselves so that they can geo-track themselves for whatever reason they don't understand that they're walking around. But when you really go down further, technology will become such an integral part of us and the way we communicate. When was the last time you wrote a letter? Christmas is around the corner. Who's going to send cards? Generally you send an e-card. Right? It will go on further and further and further that we're starting to have that little phone that we currently have more and more integrated. When we talked yesterday, one of the guys actually said, our children will not use laptops and computers anymore. Half of us sit here and go like, how are they going to do Excel sheets? Right? There will be a way, we just haven't figured it out so far. Fact is though, a traveler has a tremendous choice of coming to your property. And at every time you possibly have to pay a commission or some kind of integration, or you have to do something so that you can play in those different areas. This could be your OTAs, this is your direct website, this could be meta search, that could be just a simple RFP process that you have to go through in order to be part of a bigger agreement. And then we come to pricing. So every time you change the price, I know, we're as excited as you guys. Every time you change the price, chances are you're changing anywhere between 68 and 300 plus different prices. Because of your different room types, because of closed user group, because of derivatives, because of your breakfast rates. There is an awful lot of prices that you change when you just change that one bar rate from 3,000 to 3,100 baht. And generally in revenue meetings, what we do is, we look at analytics, we look at stuff, and then somebody says, should we charge 3,100? And everybody, yep, fully in agreement, done. Without fully looking at the entire landscape. It's imperative for you to understand how is your property going to look in different places and what are the rates that are being charged. Because that's why you use segmentations. That's why you use channel strategies, in order to get the right customer and the right mix from each of those areas.